Welcome agents, today I want to go over all of the little bits of information to come out about the Division 2 in the last week or so, which includes confirmation of drugs being used within the Division 2, and also announce the winner of my £50 Amazon Christmas giveaway, as entrance to this ended yesterday. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe for the most dedicated Division channel on YouTube below, and with that said, let's do this. Okay agents, so the ESRB, or Entertainment Software Rating Board, recently revealed its summary for the Division 2, which reveals some pretty cool stuff that I had no idea was coming. The Division 2 was given a mature rating, which I think we all expected. That's what we got for the Division, due to the content categorised as intense violence, strong language, blood and drug references. The summary said the following. This is a tactical third-person shooter in which players assume the role of an elite government agent battling hostile factions in a fictionalised Washington DC. Players use machine guns, sniper rifles and explosives to kill waves of enemy soldiers, thugs in frenetic combat. Firefights are highlighted by realistic gunfire, cries of pain and blood spatter effects. Cutscenes depict instances of intense violence. Characters shot in the head at close range. A restrained character struck repeatedly with a hammer, mostly off screen. A fictional drug called spice is prevalent in the game, as well as other drug references. Bags of spice, drug labs, drug making paraphernalia depicted, the words drug kitchen written on some walls. The words FUCK, SHIT and ASSHOLE, I've got to look after that monetization, appear in the dialogue. So this summary confirms a couple of new things not confirmed by the devs. First and the most revealing is the introduction of drugs, specifically spice and drug labs. Spice is a plant-based mix of herbs laced with synthetic chemicals meant to mimic the effects of cannabis, and it's also known as the zombie drug. Not because it makes you eat people, like bath salts have been criticised for, but because it puts the user in a zombie-like state, with plenty of videos showing users slumped over benches and the like. Spice is a very powerful synthetic drug, sometimes being more than 100 times the strength of cannabis, and currently a Class B drug, but they will very likely change this coming year to a Class A drug due to the epidemic of this drug on the streets of the UK, the USA and numerous other countries worldwide. There is a really good documentary by Unilad, shot in Manchester, UK, so actually up north from where I am, talking in depth about this drug, so I'd highly recommend checking that out if you really want to see the effect of this drug. Spice has many different names, and in Washington DC I believe it is either referred to as Spice or K2. In the media recently, K2 has seen a massive rise within Washington DC, but I believe it's been on the market for some time now, likely just packaged differently. Sorry, I'm actually not trying to give you a drugs lesson here, but it's worth understanding what this is so we might better understand how this could fit into the Division 2. My guess is that we might see another faction possibly that deal and use spice. The likelihood is, though, spice is in the Division 2 because it's something that is plaguing Washington DC right now, and the devs wanted to capture exactly what is going on in the world today. This will be another addition to create that story, along with the non-political storyline. I highly doubt spice will have any more meaning than that in game, but it would be pretty cool for us to go bust a drug kitchen in order to stop the flow of drugs onto the streets of Washington DC and protect the civilians. After all, that is the main purpose of the Division 2. Moving on, and we have confirmation of some pretty intense violence in the Division 2, like repeatedly striking a character with a hammer and headshots at close range. I don't think this is really a surprise because we got this stuff in the Division, but it's nice to see the devs have stuck with this into the Division 2. Okay, so what I want to talk about next is a tweet from Julian Garrity about the lack of Division 2 Dark Zone news as confirmed by him at UBDay 2018. Marco Blades, a fellow YouTuber and absolute monster at PvP in the Division, I'm pretty sure a lot of you agents have come across him, tweeted about the lack of DZ news and the lack of communication from the devs on this matter. Born Diesel, I think that's how you say his name, another Division content creator, responded saying that it's likely Julian was not meant to state about the DZ news in December, and that would explain why all of the videos with the footage of Julian confirming this were taken down by Ubisoft. That would actually make a lot of sense. Julian then responded saying the following: Hey, we did do a big event in December, and the embargo for the info on that event is set by the communication team, not me. I love your passion and appreciate your support, so note that news will be dropping soonish. Happy New Year to you. So, Julian has confirmed in this tweet that the press event was the Dark Zone news he confirmed at Ubi Day 2018, and he was not meant to talk about it due to an embargo that is out of his hands. I previously talked about the lack of Dark Zone news or any news for the Division 2, and how this will ultimately hurt the game, as people who have been interested in picking the game up have likely forgotten about it, as there's simply nothing to get excited about right now, as very little information has come forward. This tweet confirms that the devs were not lying about the Dark Zone info, but it was only going to be a small minority of people who could get this Dark Zone info, and they wouldn't be able to talk about it due to the embargo. I don't really like how the devs have dealt with this, but Julian was never meant to have said anything in the first place, so if he hadn't, we wouldn't be expecting anything in particular like the Dark Zone news, for example. For me though, it still doesn't take away from the fact that we are less than 10 weeks until launch, and we've really had nothing at this point. I'm a massive fanboy of the Division, and I'm not entitled to this information, as none of us are, but I am constantly checking for new information, which, by the way, we may be getting tomorrow, as fellow content creator Ryler T, or Taylor, has confirmed a new Division 2 video coming tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure he got invited to the press event, but I could be wrong about that. If something does come out tomorrow, however, I will be on top of it for you agents, so stay tuned for my reaction. Anyone who is kind of just looking in on the game has probably forgotten about the game at this point, so the new information needs to come thick and it needs to come fast. And now that Christmas and New Year's are out of the way, I'm sure it will. So agents, get ready for some more information and for the beta to be released shortly. What do you agents think about the presence of drugs within the Division 2, and how much impact do you think it will have on the story, if any at all? What's your opinions on Julian's response to the Dark Zone news, and how they weren't lying, it was just for a small number of people to find out who were invited, and it would be under an embargo? I want you to leave your comments down below. I'm pretty sure most of you will agree with me on this one, and with the vast majority of the community that believe the lack of information really is going to hinder the game when it releases. So I do hope that they turn it around over the next couple of months, or actually the next 9 to 10 weeks or so. Okay, now that I've got the most recent news about the Division 2 out of the way, I can announce who the winner of my £50 Amazon Christmas giveaway is. Now, I want to thank you all for participating and leaving a comment. You agents honestly never cease to amaze me with your kind words, and I want to wish you all a fantastic 2019. Remember that any goals you have, whether they be big or small, are possible with hard work and determination. Some people might try and discourage you, but remember that you are doing something right if people try and stop you. Unless your plan is to become a drug lord and take over the streets, at which point you should probably stop and listen to what people are saying. Aside from that, you get what I mean though. Onwards and upwards agents, 2019 is going to be our year, I promise you that. With that said though, the winner of my £50 Amazon giveaway is Slime, or 5 Lime. I think it's Slime, because the actual picture, or their little picture, is of a slime from Minecraft. That's actually what made me pick it, because if you didn't know, I still play Minecraft. I love Minecraft. I've always loved Minecraft. So yeah, I'm going to go with Slime on this one. Hit me up on Twitter or drop me an email to epicslayers@yahoo.co.uk and we will sort out the e-gift card. Sorry I couldn't give everyone some up, but maybe one day, when you agents make me rich and famous, we will be able to feed all of you. You agents have absolutely smashed it this year, and I cannot thank you all enough for your support on my videos. Whether you be a new subscriber or an OG, I appreciate every single one of you, and I want to propose a deal. If you agents keep tuning into my videos, liking them, sharing them, and interacting with me on here and Twitter, I will continue to keep pushing out content for you agents, and I promise this year I will start streaming so we can grow this family, which I think we should call the agents. It's how I start all of my videos, and I think it works. My goal this year is to hit 50,000 subscribers, upload consistently every 2 to 3 days, start streaming on YouTube and Twitch, do more to give back to you agents, i.e. giveaways, play with subs, etc. And if possible, do YouTube full time. Like I said earlier, I know if I work hard and dedicate myself to these goals, I can achieve these with the help of you agents. 2018 was an amazing year for me, not just on YouTube but in the outside world as well. And 2019 is going to be even bigger, so hold tight agents. Epic Slayers is coming, and I'm bringing the family with me. Epic out.